A very good Sunday morning to all you Sports Today family members. And boy, oh boy, there was action early in the morning, but now it's been trumped by something that everybody is keenly watching on. The Ranji Trophy semi-final. We know that two semi-finals are happening at the same time, one in Bombay and the other in Nagpur. Mumbai versus Tamil Nadu at the BKC Stadium and MP versus Vidarbha that is happening currently at Nagpur. But in the Mumbai versus Tamil Nadu encounter, everybody's eyes were on one particular individual, and that is Shreyas Iyer. Now, Shreyas Iyer is trying to get back into the Indian cricket team setup after being left out of the central contract. He was not available for the quarterfinal and in the semi-final. Unfortunately for Shreyas Iyer, he has fallen for 3 runs. He was bowled by Sandeep Warrior, and because of that, 3 runs of just 8 balls. He didn't even go past 30. So, in that sense, Shreyas Iyer's dismissal and even Captain Ajinkya Rahane fell cheaply for 19. Mumbai are in a very precarious position at 101 for 5 in response to Tamil Nadu's 170. Tamil Nadu would have been in an even poorer position had it not been for some good 40s from Vijay Shankar and Washington Sundar. But now with 101 for 5, with still about 69 runs away from taking the lead, can Mumbai make it? Because Mushir Khan is the only individual who is holding firm there. 52 runs, he is keeping Mumbai in the hunt. But if he falls, then Mumbai might concede a lead, and Tamil Nadu then will ensure that they would have gotten out of jail. Remember, if you take the first innings lead, then if the match ends in a draw, then that team goes through to the final. Madhya Pradesh also, on the other hand, they are making good progress against Vidarbha in Nagpur. So, can we see a Tamil Nadu versus MP final, or are we going to see a repeat of 2022, Mumbai versus MP, or Vidarbha, will they spoil the action? That we'll see. But for Shreyas Iyer, his poor first class form for the last 2 years continues. And because of that, a lot of questions will be raised now that why did Shreyas Iyer take Ranji preparation too lightly? He had one knock, 48 of 48, Mumbai versus Andhra. But apart from that, he missed the quarterfinal because he had back spasms. Now he's playing at the BKC, he's fallen for 3 of 8. And if he doesn't get a chance to bat in the second innings, and if he fails, Mumbai are eliminated, then there will be a plenty of criticism on Shreyas Iyer in that sense. But over in Jamnagar, just a state away, the Anant Ambani pre-wedding ceremony is really making the town paint red. I mean, look at the garba celebrations that MS Dhoni and Dwayne Bravo had with each other. We'll be soon uploading that video on Sports Today, so do check that out. It is truly a fabulous sight. Dhoni in the garba, so is Dwayne Bravo. We all know that DJ really has his own style. And boy, did he rock the dance floor with the garba celebrations. You wouldn't want to miss that video, which we'll put out shortly. Over in the WPL, it is now RCB who are in second position. They are now officially in the middle of a slump because after losing to the Delhi Capitals, they have now lost 3 on the trot to the Mumbai Indians. They were without Harmanpreet Kaur, but Yastika Bhatia's brilliance ensured that Smriti Mandhana's RCB would register their second straight loss, and Mumbai Indians, the defending WPL champions, are now on top of the table. RCB, just before their home leg is ending, has suffered the slump at the worst possible time. Shubman Gill. Now, he is wanting to prove a point and ensure that yes, all the gains that he did in Vizag and Ranchi do not go to waste. Also at Rajkot, in the second innings you look at it, Vizag, Ranchi, Rajkot, he's done very well. He was practicing alone at the PCA Stadium in Mohali in preparation for the Dharamshala Test match. And so, he really wants to ensure that he ends the series on the ultimate of high. So, Shubman Gill practicing alone, his father was also there. He was practicing alone for hours and hours at the PCA Stadium. And because of that, it is going to be, it'll be interesting to see how Shubman Gill performs in the 5th Test. But what about the weather in Dharamshala? Well, if you have to look at the latest weather reports, the build up to Dharamshala and on day 1 is not that great. 75% chances of rain in Dharamshala on day 1 of the test match, but after that it is going to be sunny. Minimum temperatures will be in single digits, the maximum temperature will be around 15 to 20 degrees. That is how cold it is going to be in Dharamshala. And now in the entire northern belt we are seeing rain as well. There is snow up in the Himalayas, so that is why Dharamshala, we could have a wet start to day 1. After that, the remaining 4 days, it will be good. So that's why India versus England, perhaps the weather gods might prove to be a bit of a problem in Dharamshala. But early in the morning, we saw Australia complete a clinical 172 run win against the Black Caps at the Basin Reserve in Wellington. Now, because of this, they continue a very rich legacy. They have not lost the Trans-Tasman Trophy now ever since 1993. They regained it in 1993 and then after that, they have not lost it. It also continues their awesome form against New Zealand. In 30 years, they have just lost twice to them. And they have won 6 tests on the trot in New Zealand at this point. That is how dominant they have been at this point. So Nathan Lyon taking 6 wickets, that's also put him in an elite list. He joins Muralidharan and Vaughan as the only other players to have taken 5 wicket hauls in 9 host countries. Beat that for the GOAT. Because of what has happened in Wellington, Tim Southee afterwards has pointed out that maybe Neil Wagner, who announced his retirement from international cricket, could come back for the second test that will happen at the Hagley Oval. Remember, Wagner was told that he's not going to be in consideration for the remainder of the tests, and because of that, Will O'Rourke's hamstring injury has opened the door up. Southee said that yes, we could have Neil Wagner back in the second test, so maybe he gets a farewell game at the Hagley Oval, ensures New Zealand can at least end their miserable run that is there against the Aussies. But in Australia, there is concern over another emerging star. For yet another time, Will Pucovski had to retire hurt because of a concussion. He was subbed out. He has suffered so many concussion injuries in the past couple of years. One wonders how much further can Will Pucovski sustain his career. Because remember, too many head injuries, it is a real danger sign, and that is why Pucovski will really have to reconsider his international career or even his state career if you have to look at it. Because in the long run, his mental health will get impacted in a big way. India's boxers are all set for Olympic preparation because in the Italy World Boxing Championships that's going to be held, Shiv Thapa and the Indian contingent are going to ensure that they get as many slots as they can to qualify for the Paris Olympics. This is one of the key qualifying tournaments that's there, so India will be hoping that they can come up with a good medal haul and make the trip to Paris. Christian Horner. Now remember, the build-up to the F1 2024 season, he was caught up in some very serious allegations, but when he came to Bahrain, he was with his wife, and there was a very solid picture that was presented at this point. But the accusations are refusing to die down against Christian Horner, and that has led to accusations from 3-time world champion Max Verstappen's father, Jos Verstappen, that the team environment is getting very distracting. And because of that, what will Christian Horner's next step be? That is the key question. This is not a repeat of 2022. It's not a repeat of 2023. It's 2024. First race at Bahrain in Sakir, and Max Verstappen continues his domination. Red Bull continue the domination. It was a 1-2 feat. 22 seconds was the gap between Max Verstappen and the number 2 rank in Sergio Perez. So that is why Formula 1, certain things don't change. Death, taxes, and Max Verstappen dominance. So in this way, it's been a very action-packed Sunday. We'll be back with more videos, including India making a big jump in the World Test Championship. They are now the numero uno team. I'll be giving you the details and whether we'll have a repeat of 2023 in 2025. Also, a very special package on Shreyas Iyer coming up. You don't want to miss that. So thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. We'll be back with more updates on Sports Today. Tap that bell icon so you know when we go live. And don't forget, we're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as well. Bye-bye.